Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Off of play action, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the 50, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Off the play fake. King. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. And even 50 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my...
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Rush in. Rush in. Hey, watch it. 29. Check the hot read. Kick straight.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 47.
Quick dash. 55. Alert. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That would have been from way downtown. A pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That one complete. He finds Sharp. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Go. Check. First down.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for loss. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's King. Off play action. Dancing to his left. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 9 now. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he is all the way up past the 25. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half. And he's going to go down again. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete, 7 seconds remaining. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
2nd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
41 Mike, right here.
Back to throw. King. The open man is Westbrook. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. They'll try the right side with Harris. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
24 is the mic. You.
Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
He's coming. We got double up.
Here's Watson on the sneak, and he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
At the 14-yard line.
And 31. And 31.
After the run, Watson going to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And this will be a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Check curls. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On second down, it's Johnson. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Back now in Houston, it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. The Texans on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Now a handoff looking right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is King. From the gun, he'll throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. King. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. And to the tight end here, Severian Jenkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Again, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Get ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. King now on 3rd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw, deep depth, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville.